Greetings, Galactic Angelics of the Sacred 77, activated in this now. Right on the edge of the 6-6 portal awakening, we have not only massive fifth-dimensional waves pulsing in, we also have the divine feminine, Christos, holy waters flowing in. The sacred Marie of the rainbow roses is lighting up all the threefold flames and all star blossoms, emerald, heart palace, and the center of your Merkaba toroidal field to burn with the sacred fires from within. The pearly gates to the kingdom of heaven are fully open and accessible for all wayshowers of the new earth. We have major blasts of white light appearing on the Schumann charts with an amplitude power of 46 Hertz, a mirror of the 64, which is the code of the 3D matrix, as this realm is being upgraded to the 5D codes of the 144, mirrored holographically in our 12-strand crystalline DNA. We are seeing, sensing, and feeling these upgrades in our sensitive nervous systems of our sacred temple, our holy vessel we call our avatar, our body of pure consciousness. Let go and feel your way in to the still white magnetic light at the center of your being, your great central sun of white fire. Allow her to carry you home upon the flow of her sacred waters of the Holy Spirit. Aho! 144 coming in. And with these powerful activations and waves of higher dimensional light coming in, we had many activations over the last 24 hours. The most I've ever seen in a 24-hour period. This is an uptick in the activations. 421 earthquakes, M1.5 or greater in the last 24 hours. This is almost twice as some of the highest levels. The most powerful today we had both on the Ring of Fire opposite the oceans, the east and the west. In the west of the Ring of Fire, Indonesia, Ternate 5.3. And then Calipatria, California, 5.3. That creates the 8-8 portal with the center, the heart of Lemuria in the middle, which is the Lion's Gate. In the center, the 0 point of the Ring of Fire, the center of the hoop. This is the 8-8 Lion's Gate portal, the Lyran nation of the Royal Lions of New Lemuria. Earlier today, we had an activation of 4.3 Indonesia. Puerto Rico 3-1, Nome, Alaska, and the crown of Lemuria, close to the Arctic Circle, 3.3, 33 of Divine Mastery, the coast of Northern California 3.2, Puerto Rico 3-1, Kermadec Islands, 4-4, Divine 44, 262 kilometers depth, Okinawa, Japan, again today, 4.812, Divine Goddess, another 4.4 activation of the 8-8. South of Shetland Islands, in the trunk of Ganesh, the sacred elephant, 5.0, 10 kilometers depth, 5 into the 10. Coast of Oregon today, again in the portal, 3.1, Sandpoint, crown of Lemuria, Alaska, 3.6, West Chile Rise, 4.8. And then many activations, one after another, in Southern California, Calipatria, California, 3.0, 3.0, Westmoreland, multiple activations there also, 3.6, 3.3, 4.3, one after another, 3.6 in Calipatria, Westmoreland 3.8, multiple, one after another today coming in with a 3.2, 3.9, 4.0, 3.1, 5.3, with the most powerful 9 hours ago, another 4.3, 3.4, one after another. There is about 20 in a row of activations in this powerful portal right on the northern point of Baja, California. This is close to San Diego and Tijuana, close to the border, and there is a lake here called the Salton Sea. It is a small inland sea, very close to a place called Mecca, the Holy Land. Fiji on the Ring of Fire had a powerful activation with a 4.5, Council of 9 coming in 617 kilometers depth, very deep into Pachamama. New Zealand 4.2, Indonesia 4.8. Multiple activations again, California, Calipatria 3.136. Chile, South America, the Andes Mountains just north of the Tropic of Capricorn. We had a 4.1 and a 4.0. Fukushima, Japan 4.3. Kermadec Islands 4.8 north of Ascension Island in the Atlantic Ocean, close to the equator, very close to Africa. The Ascension Island connected with our Ascension, the sacred portal there, 5.3, another 3.6 activation, Calipatria, California. So we are really feeling the energies of all these earthquakes going off. We're feeling this as if our body and the body of Gaia are shaking off all that has been clinging to us of the past that no longer serves us. All of the pain, all of the trauma, humiliation, all the suffering is being released, shaken off, like a duck shaking water off of his feathers. This is the great release, the great purging, the great transfiguration, as we transform into the rainbow butterfly of the new earth. Walela again with us all day today, many visits, transmitting her hummingbird medicine. This is the medicine of the quickening, the acceleration, the transformation. This is the drinking of the sacred nectars, the manna from heaven, the elixir of immortality, the sorcerer's stone, divine alchemy. And this is activated in the crystal palace in the center of your brain, which is the home, the cave, the vessel of the temple of the pineal and pituitary glands, releasing into your bloodstream the spirit molecule of the Great Awakening. And again today, everyone on our Patreon team, be sure to check out the teaching, the training yesterday of the 3 most powerful points of healing. This will help with all ascension symptoms and help with the cultivation of chi, and will also help strengthen the dragon lines, the great meridians, the ley lines that run through your sacred vessel. Our teachings can be accessed through a membership at whitegoldeagle.com. We are working on a page on our website, primedisclosure.com, to make all of our teachings, trainings, meditations, and special transmissions easily accessible. I know it's hard to navigate. We have many transmissions and teachings throughout our Patreon page, so we're going to try to simplify this. We should have that to you in the next couple days. But for right now, you can also go to our community page on both of our YouTube channels, Paul White Gold Eagle and Prime Disclosure, to access the teachings and trainings and special gifts for our team on Patreon. We're doing the best we can with the technology limitations, so please bear with us, and thank you for your patience. In the meantime, keep going through and through and through until you totally break through. Nothing stop us now. Love has won. Victory to the light. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 28 degrees, 36 minutes Aries. The sun is at 15 degrees, 39 minutes Gemini. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 16 degrees Gemini. A woman activist in an emotional speech, dramatizing her cause. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 29 degrees Aries. The music of the spheres from astrologyweekly.com. And remember, everything, sound and light, expands as a sphere and contracts as a square. This is from the teachings of the great genius, Dr. Walter Russell. You can learn more about this in his book, Secret of Light. And I forgot to mention the healing practice that I taught in yesterday's video on our Patreon was transmitted to me directly from a gold dragon master. This is returnable rainbow body. And the art is most powerful for healing overall health and wellness for your physical vessel. Here we go, jumping timelines again. Grandmother Medicine Bear wants to come in, but we must continue. And right now, my Sacred Condor pull a card for you from the deck, the tarot deck Shadowscapes, from Stephanie, Poi Moon Law, and Barbara Moore. And the card she pulled for you today is Ace of Swords. A sword is double-edged. It can slice with the swift assurance of justice to clear the obstructions that hide the truth. It can be the beacon to use intelligence and fairness to achieve clarity, or it can be wielded with the arrogance of raw power and the heat of rage. These are the two sides of the strength that is embodied in this weapon, two very different uses of force to work one's will upon the world. Something is beginning now. The winds gather in whirling eddies to summon the guardians of the skies, the wisps and the souls and the feathered ones. From that vortex something arises that will force the duality of the Ace of Swords to slice one way or the other. These are the sylphs of the air and the guardians for the swords, the winged beings of the sky. A swan is lovely. She possesses downy white feathers and a slender neck that arcs with a sinuous grace. But that delicacy is a facade that cloaks a strong body and fierce nature that is unafraid of standing up. The swan will fight to protect its own, and strong wings open to catch and ride the winds across great distances. And believe me, bro stars and sisters of the light, I have witnessed firsthand the power of a beautiful swan as she protected her young and went after a goose with fierce power and tenacity, and nothing would come within 100 feet of their children. Their baby swan. One year there were seven baby swan born in 1 year several years ago in one of the sacred portals and where I used to live in Ohio. And with beauty and grace comes great power, and with this great power a great responsibility. And now from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith. Schumann resonance has been spiking for 8+ hours. Waking up all night, tossing, turning, vivid dreams and experiences, restless limbs and ability to get comfortable, hot and cold flashes, or maybe you just passed out cold. All those things you've been feeling overnight, both emotional and physical, are all helped along with these energies. Welcome to June 5th. Tonight is the unofficial start to everything Ascension. Today is a high energy day. Ascension symptoms continue: head pressure, body aches, heart and root chakra activations, ears ringing and popping, muscle aches, fatigue, bloating, cramping, inability to concentrate, brain fog, blurry vision, dry skin, dry eyes, and many more. You are in this now. Just breathe and trust in yourself. From a girl in the universe.com. And these energies, beloved beings, are preparing us for tomorrow's 6/6 portal, and then next week, on the 10th, powerful solar eclipse at the 610 portal and the new moon. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Amanda Lawrence, a super strong incoming wave of energy is occurring now. Very strong vibrations, multiple light-encoded energetic patterns to the body, including the crown, head, spinal column, and root. Let us know, angels of the light, in the comments what you're experiencing, feeling, and witnessing today. I know all through the day, many powerful energies pulsing in, and very strange events occurring. That's why daily now, we just have to scratch our head and say, you cannot make this shift up. But we have been prepared for many lifetimes. So that's why we ride the waves and go through every barrier, every gateway, every layer of illusion and delusion, freeing ourselves and all humanity from Maya, the great illusion, into that which is real, which is the love of Source. And we experience this through the activation of our mighty I Am presence and our awareness. And for those that have been following our I Am discourses, many people are receiving powerful transformations, listening to these, practicing the mantras. We're on day 30. We have 3 more days of these transmissions. So be sure to let us know in the comments below the videos of the I Am discourses, what you've experienced through following and listening and practicing what is transmitted through these discourses. And we are doing our best to get these teachings, these transmissions, this gnosis to our team of 144,000 lightworkers. And it has become quite challenging since we're being shadow banned on all the social media sites, so any help we can get bringing these messages to our team would be greatly appreciated through sharing, liking, and commenting on these transmissions. And now, a powerful transmission from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian. Lightship activating now. The beloved Sanat Kumara joins us tonight with the Divine Council of Overseers as an alignment of lightships activates those beings ready for their mastery on the global stage of awareness, awakening. The evolving light of consciousness through the heart self-initiates the DNA as the light shift now. Immersion, initiation, transforms in an instant all those ready to step up and be all that they agree to be. Through this now earth awakening agreement, the light ships held within the heart of the One plays out the dream, plan for this, beloveds. Love, heart, attunement with all that the uniqueness of original light, pure love, is. We celebrate these initiations and bless the unfolding of the plan as the path to freedom and mastery of form reveals the perfected plan through the being of the agreements before time. Now, the excitement in this, the glorious revealing of those who have stepped up to be the representatives of the Godhood, the creators of form, the beings of endless pure love we celebrate. The initiations are threefold: the light, the heart, the original creation being, transformed and yet always present, in perfect harmony and balance with the Beloved One, as the sacred embodiment of the divine power of love, since before time, forever and always. Embrace all that has unfolded for you, stepping into the greater unknown. We activate you now. From the new DivineHumanity.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin, waking up from the dream. For many years now, I've been holding the vision and inner knowing of the probability of a timeline, reality, consciousness shift happening that would, in one magical now moment, have us all wake up from the dream of illusion. The illusion being this artificial, holographic matrix overlay, which acts like an insert, as well as the illusion of us feeling so separate from one another. Yet it really is just one layer of the holographic quantum projection that we have all created as one, because in the end all of this is truly a dream. All is based on our consciousness. Thoughts and beliefs turned into form. We can make this as complicated as we want, but this is what it all boils down to. One consciousness that has dreamt, created, this all up together as one. It's not even about anyone or any group or races of beings doing anything to us. Although that plays out as part of the game, dream, we fell deep into forgetfulness as part of this to see if we would wake up and remember our true nature again. We have dreamed this all up together as one, and that is how we will end it, back to the start, the beginning where it all began. So we can start anew, but with the wisdom gained, in divine union within and with one another. But that is who we are love and we are one. All else is confusion, imagination, and being lost in the Maya. It is time to wake up from the dream, beloveds. Wake up, Neo, it is time, and remember, the potential for anything, ever, always just exists right here, right now, always, now. That's all there ever is, ever was, and ever will be. This all happens in no time. In order to transcend 3D illusions, we have to transcend time, space, and gravity, which we do by anchoring deeply into the zero-point field of now, of love, and neutrality. We are the anchors and activators of the wave, unity grid. To explain further how this vision of mine may work, I am resharing an expert I shared at the end of last year on the Looking Glass project. Although again, all we see is based on thought, that's what it all boils down to. All is consciousness, and we can resolve it all within the one consciousness, where it all originated from, all one. Really, truly, that's not just some phrase, it's the deepest truth there is. The following is the inspiring excerpt from the Project Looking Glass, Ex-Navy SEAL Bill Wood disclosed this secret project and claims to have been part of a secretive Navy SEAL team with psychic abilities. Wood describes Project Looking Glass, a system he says the American military reverse-engineered from alien technology that allows someone to travel through time and space using their mind or see all future outcomes produced by specific choices. Wood claimed the Looking Glass showed the myriad timelines that exist in the universe converging near the end of 2012. No matter what choices were suggested after 2012, the Looking Glass always produced the same result. This, Wood claimed, sent all the elites of the world into a blind panic because nothing could be manipulated beyond that point. Beyond 2012, Wood said, lay the awakening process, in which we would learn the truth about this massive dam of lies that has been built. Project Looking Glass, described by military insider ex-Navy SEAL Bill Wood. Transcript from the last one-third of the first interview. The 3 interviews are aka the Bill Wood disclosures. The biggest cherry on top of all this conversation would be a synopsis to say that I could convince everybody out there that for all intents and purposes, what we believe to be true eventually becomes true. If somebody convinces us that a major disaster is going to happen in the very near future, a major disaster happens in the very near future. If we don't buy into that fear and accept that there's really nothing that we know is going to happen and accept that, whatever happens, that makes the convergence of the timelines happen as naturally as possible, and attempts to try to go away from this one inevitable conclusion, I again see as a new beginning an end of this reality and the beginning of something that we can't even possibly understand, based on the levels of our beliefs currently. But when all that information comes flooding out, there's going to be no denying what's true and what's a lie or what's illusion. We won't have the choice to believe that 9/11 happened because of a bunch of terrorists, because we'll know exactly what's happened. Basically, what we're experiencing right now is 2 master chess players sitting at the board, and one of them looks down at the board and sees that he's in checkmate in 7 minutes, and he looks across it at his opponent and he knows that his opponent sees it too, so there's no getting out of it. So at this point, the loser can only prolong the game. The game, both players know, the game is over. It's only a matter of time before he does this, and then you're forced to do it. And then he's forced to do this and eventually checkmate. We as a race, if we could understand that the game is over, that based on the rules of the game, the bad guys have already lost, the good guys have already won. Yes, there's moves left on the table, but those moves are being forced by the player that is going to win. The only way the checkmate can't happen is if the player that's winning makes a mistake. But from all the information that I have gathered, all of the information that's been given, all the information that's been vetted to me, it seems pretty obvious that the good guy player on this side of the chessboard knows exactly what has to be done to win the game. And so at this point, any mistake would be all but impossible. But again, you really have to understand the game to know that the guys that's losing has lost. And I'm sure most people sitting watching the chess match between 2 advanced chess players know the game's over long after the 2 players know it's over, because they can't see the board and see that there's only 7 moves left. Game over. The truth that arises from within and cannot be learned. Feel into this possibility. A shift in perception is a shift in reality. God is love, and love is the highest truth. It is who we are, and it's the shortcut through. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Natalia Alba. Beloved ones, at this intense time of our Ascension journey, when many are experiencing a profound healing and hence personal shift, this new month of June comes with loving energies that invite us to take a break and begin re-evaluating all we have created until this moment. This new month has been introduced by a very powerful eclipse in Sagittarius together with the Pleiadian portal. Energies that are still very present within and in our planet for all who desire to align for the purpose of healing and personal expansion. This passage that began the previous month will now continue with another eclipse on June 10th in Gemini until the summer solstice, a passage that will be the predecessor of a stabilizing phase that will last until November, when we will be fully immersed again in very potent energies, with the coming of more eclipses and other benevolent seventh dimensional energies coming from many different galactic sources. During the next months we are going to indeed be immersed in a portal whose main energies are going to affect deeply our upper and heart chakras. This is why it is so vital that we take this month, as the intensity will increase as we enter into the summer, to properly rejuvenate and honor our bodies before stepping further into new horizons. June is a month for personal illumination, as its universal 11 frequency reminds us. A month for us to continue with the integration phase that we began in May, and that will lead us to a complete repatterning, retrieving wisdom and clarity for the expansion that is coming, as we are just beginning to decode all that we have been descending since the beginning of this year, for as this year promised, we are indeed immersed in a constant change. June is a month for resting and rejuvenation. We are immersed into the changing frequency of change within a 5 universal year, and with many other energies that invite us to constantly transform ourselves. However, within all this massive shift, we too have this month other energies that make of June a month to soothe ourselves, taking time to reflect upon our personal journey, as in the midst of all this transitional year, creating balance is essential, not to fall into impulsive patterns. As we are too massively integrating, it is easier to drain ourselves, which is why we should always take, as guide share, periods of 9 to 10 days to clear ourselves, although this will also vary from one person to another. At a collective level, the energy of desperation and fear in particular is still very present. There are many that, even though are beginning to awaken and hence activating their unique essence, are not yet understanding the reality of what is taking place behind the false scenario that is being implanted on the 3D Earth timeline. The energy of desperation shall be substituted by consciously focusing on trust, faith, surrender, and a total replacement of all negative self-talk and all the imaginary mind scenarios with loving decrees to program our human minds lovingly, so we can remember who we truly are and act accordingly. For the ones who have done their inner work and are now more focused on assisting at a planetary level, grounding mechanisms are pivotal at this time for us to seed our unique light essence without exhausting ourselves, especially for the ones who are consciously devoting themselves to assist others at a personal level, for they will be dealing with not only their own personal healing issues, but with the current planetary energies as well as with the essences of those who they co-create with. Therefore, clearing is essential on a daily or weekly basis, depending on where you are, for us not to lose balance. This is a unique time for all of us in a way or another. Our planet is now being restored at all levels. Earth's fabrics are being rehabilitated, as well as many other structures that were manipulated. At a cosmic level, Earth is now embraced by the fourth ray of harmony and love, which is the one that is restoring the peace that we all need at a time when we are beginning to envision how our new chosen timeline is like. This is a time in which planet Earth, as well as many of us, are receiving the benevolent assistance of many beings that, like us, have already experienced evolution, or that came from an already unified state of being. Beings and forces that are in our favor, helping us to finally take a leap of faith and move into a higher state of consciousness. The current planetary shift is not only possible, but is actually taking place. However, to contribute in this shift, first we need to begin by transforming ourselves. For all we heal, and for us, we do for all, as we live in a holographic universe. Whether we remember or not at all is possible if we hold the vision and act within integrity and love to all at all times. For as I always say, where there is a will, there is always a way. There will be challenges, there will be hardships, but there will also be unconditional love, joy, and support. Do you have the will, the strength, and devotion to burn away the ego and resurrect into the light being that you are? I have, and so do you. From StarseedSoul.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah, White Horse, Lua Astrology, Mercury retrograde in Gemini square Neptune in Pisces, Mars in Cancer opposite Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. You're not imagining it. Deja vu is in the air. A repeat of Mercury's tense conversation with Neptune brings confusion, uncertainty, muddled thinking. Missing information, conversations that just can't seem to get to the point. We want to drift, daydream, stick our heads in the sand, but Mars is too loud, too impatient, too angry. The storm that rumbled yesterday finally breaks. Rain falls like tears, a flood, pressure builds, pushing against the dam. Mars opposite Pluto has great potential, but we must stay aware of projecting frustration onto others. Pushing against an immovable force is a waste of energy. Avoid power struggles. Transmute rage into viable, well-considered action. Explore your deepest motivations. Mind your triggers. Stay aware of who and what is around you. Marshal your will and drive along with your imagination to effect positive change in the world. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 173. Red, self-existing Skywalker, 37 into 73, heaven on earth. Self-existing is the name for the number 4, and its keywords are measure, form, and define. It is the 4th day of the White Dog wave spell and a portal day. The 4th day is all about taking a closer examination of your situation before you can progress. You really need to know precisely where you are and where you stand. Think of each wave spell journey as an adventure, and on the 4th day, you get out the map and your compass so you may better plot your course. Today is Red Skywalker, which represents explore, space, and wakefulness. Skywalker loves to encourage us all to be explorers. Expand your consciousness, travel and explore. Take a day out to do something completely different. As it is a number 4 day, we must define wakefulness. This suggests we take a closer look at what wakefulness entails. What is the very definition of being a conscious being? Deep questions to ponder today, so keep an open mind. The guide today is the red moon, the chilled out, go with the flow energy. Any adventure you do go on today should be as unplanned as possible. Ask yourself, where can an adventure take you? If you release all control, follow the moon, and chill out about life for a while. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red, Self-Existing Skywalker, Kin 173, 5th of June 2021, Defining Bliss, 5/6/2021 equal 565, equal 511, equal 52, equal 7, 5 Freedom, Change, Transformation, Liberation, 6 Heaven, Christ, Romance, Harmony, Fertility, 11 Portal, Gate, Polarity, 2 Twins, Partners, Cooperation, 7 Mystic, Magic, Spiritual, Initiation, Kin 173 equal 11 Portal, Duality, Doorway, Partnership, another powerful galactic activation portal day, and a portal kin code, so lots of power igniting our planetary expansion today. It is time to break out of the box and construct a new foundation of peace. Kin 173 was the code that started our year on the 1st of January 2021, bringing forth expansive codes for challenging the concept of our reality and what is founded on and defined by. Very appropriately, we commence the 2020 year of awakening in the cycle of the White Dog, highlighting the themes of unconditional love, devotion, and loyalty, or rather drawing attention to the lack of these qualities in our 3D matrix. 18 months on, we are strongly revisiting these themes. How far have we advanced in our journey to embody more love and redefine our reality through loving kindness? It seems we still have much work to do as we are discarding all that opposes the flow of love. Today is day 4 in the White Dog wave spell of unconditional love, loyalty, devotion, service, friendship, and faith. We are uncovering and healing all that separates us from source love in order to be love. Today we are exploring what it is to be that love and be loved through defining unconditional love in our lives. Tone of creation, self-existing, tone 4, operates in the mental realm. Action measures, power defines, essence forms. Self-existing number 4 takes form and we have ourselves a square shape, self-existing, measuring and defining. Very intelligent, fascinated by self. We now have built a sturdy platform upon which further growth takes place. Today we are using our minds to redefine our human existence through love, defining how we can transform our lives through endless love. As it is a gap day, we are strongly called to define a new era built on unconditional love, a beautiful new foundation upon which to construct our new reality. Dispense with the rest and build your new, solid foundations on the basis of divine alchemy and magical manifestations through your pure heart. Go forth and build this new, more expansive foundation of our wonderful love-fueled new world. A divinely perfect code today, yet again woven through the magic tapestry of our dream spell journey. And so mote it be, dear ones, a brilliant day for dreaming, astral traveling, time traveling, and sky walking. Meditate in order to witness what the cosmos has in store for you, and then imagine it into form. Feel it, see it, taste it, sense it. Through redefining what is possible for you, can build a brand new foundation, allowing for greater freedom, love, and expansion. Today's question is, how can I redefine the box of my reality in order to realize greater expansion, awakening to the universal flow of endless bliss and abundance? Divine blessings for the stretching of your mental playpen to redefine your wondrous new life of bliss. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 173, Red, Self-Existing Skywalker. The mantra, the code for today is, I define in order to explore. Measuring wakefulness, I seal the output of space. With the self-existing tone of form, I am guided by the power of universal water. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful activation portal day, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future uploads. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to thank everyone for supporting us in our work and mission. We rely on our monthly pledges on Patreon and donations for our daily living expenses, and to be able to continue doing this work and bringing these transmissions to the world daily. So thank you, everyone. We appreciate you all and your support. We'd like to welcome and thank Divine Angel of the Light, Amon Johnson, for your pledge and support on Patreon. We'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Nina Prairie, for your pledge and support on Patreon. And as I mentioned earlier, we uploaded yesterday a very powerful healing practice, 3 points of healing, to our Patreon page. If you'd like to receive these teachings and help support us in our work and mission, you can make a pledge on the link whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Bro Star of the Light, Joseph Nagel, for your donation today. Thank you, Divine Bro Star. And anyone that sends a donation for the next week will receive a link to yesterday's training. You get this as part of your membership on Patreon, so be sure to check that out. And we will send you a link in the email for any donation, and you can make a one-time donation at our PayPal link on eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can now purchase a custom-made Zodiac Goddess Totem on her website. Also, healing jewelry, bracelets with some powerful healing stones and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. I'd like to thank Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona, for your beautiful reviews today. We appreciate you very much. We appreciate you all and your support in our works. Now we're going to finish today's transmissions with 2 powerful activation codes. First, from our divine Pleiadian bro stars and sisters of the light. Pleiades 1, messages June 5th, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Divine origin spread through Nevic waves. Etheric Tower 1, multiplane sync and completion, 94% non-regressive. PVSE +++++ 11, quantum recreation started. Deep alignment authorized, 94% non-regressive. 444, local and definitive fall, +++ infiltrations initiated, equal 84% non-regressive. Island of integration being mapped, projectors aimed and in support, greater than 84%, non-regressive. Crystal Fleet starts phase 1, download, Han, greater than 89% non-regressive. Personalities harmonize, restorative ascended are present. Photonic luminosity increases, avataric transitions authorized. Quantum worlds intertwine. Projectors for non+++ aimed, 71% non-regressive. Projectors for non+++ aimed and in reverberation, 66% non-regressive. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1, potentiating Lemurian inheritances from disclosurenews.it. And from Divine, Brostar of Arhuna Nation, Lee, Prairie. Blue Ray 1, eccentric, attractive, formless essence, plasma harmonic light, ages, changes, DNA, crystal wave continuum, meta-etheric occult, dodeca medicine wheel, charge, magnitude atoms, body electric light arcs, binary temple crown, evolved beyond self, masks off, times up, Sirius rainbow coronation, love attractor force, hypercube, tesseract, big apple, hyperbola, blue shift, red shift, sequential interchange, magnetic ethernet sphere, plane of inertia congregates, equatorial power sine wave, magnetism longitudinal wave, transversing counter space, heart, earth, torus field, alchemical cosmology, Aztec calendar, Chronos, lunar solar eclipse nodes, interdimensional planes, Andromeda star Orion, Lemuria light Grail, green light DNA Intel, closed Omega Ohm, nature's golden octave, superconductor state, third eye no so, one seed memory, mass less, photon, infinite range, absolute light, earth, timeline, omnipresence, every one, sound mind, soul centered, Holy Spirit, royal fleece, footnote, simulation, sundown, continuity of governance, masquerade, insect, play, telegraphing spells, laws, Angelus down, endgame, vril, parasitic infectious variants, magneto genetic seeding, weaponized biodome, space force tech, 711 exit game, harmonic light, Fomalhaut star, Chi Rho down, Gaia ascended, planet Matea now, undistorted light gifts, purple on top, twins balanced mating, father, mother, child, spiritual being shine. And with that, we'd like to thank you for joining us today on this beautiful, auspicious day, on the precipice of the 6-6 portal that will transform into the 7-7 and then into the 8-8 Lion's Gate, the royal lions rising. Feel the courage, feel the faith within. You've got this, beloved being of light. We came here on this mission, we cannot fail. All is exactly as it is and as it should be. As we are traversing and integrating the final codes of this final Omega point, where we are breaking free of all time loops, all repeat patterns, as we ascend to the higher level of timelessness and freedom from all suffering, from all illusions, delusions, and ultimately confusion. The eyes of our spirit open wide, and we know all things, living in our heart, being connected to all beings in all realms, all timelines, all dimensions. For we are the space-time continuum as we transcended beyond the event horizon into the new event of the new Earth, the new Lemuria. Great-grandmother, turtle, island rises, the new Lemuria codes activated. The divine feminine, the divine masculine rise together as we soar free. The eagle and the condor fly freely over this domain. Shakti and Shiva of the holy fire, the holy water, the holy mother, holy father come together in the center of the hoop, the center of the sacred wheel that is constantly turning. But as we sit in the eye of the storm, fully awake, fully aware, we merge all timelines, all fragments of the one self, the I Am presence that experiences all from this sacred now. We no longer need to play out any games, any stories, for we know fully that we have suffered enough, and now it is time to end this game of suffering and separation and duality. And in heaven, on earth, we still experience the I and the you, the us and the them, but not as a game of competition or a game of separation, but one of unity, peace and bliss. For we are the wayshowers to the eternal bliss consciousness, the kingdom of heaven within. So keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, and shining your light brightly into the void. Be sure to make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.